Hello, welcome back to Mina's Bookshelf. Today I'm doing a viewer's request reading, and I've been asked to delve a little bit deeper in Travis Kelce's real feelings, like true real feelings for Taylor Swift following the engagement announcement of a couple of weeks ago or so. So what hit me is the statement Travis Kelce released yesterday during the press conference that preceded the game that the Kansas City Chiefs were going to play in Brazil against the LA Chargers, where a journalist actually asked him about the engagement, and he had this very kind of funny way to answer that just confirmed what a lot of people think and what came through the last reading that I did. Please go in my main playlist of videos and take a look at that video about the tarot reading about the announcement of their engagement. So it's clear the narrative is that is coming through a lot of readings, and according to a lot of people's opinion, is that Taylor Swift really pushed for this announcement, for this engagement. She wants this marriage to happen because she understands this time is passing. She's ready. She wants to settle down. But he doesn't seem to be as invested in the situation. According to my reading, of course, who wouldn't have fun in being engaged or having a relationship with such a famous pop star, but he's not really ready for it. He really wanted to wait before making this engagement announcement, or if engaging at all, and that he doesn't deal really well with the attention that he's receiving because of his position, because of the famous person he's engaged to. He really feels the weight of all the eyes on him. And it's interesting because during the press conference yesterday, as I was saying, and I'll quote his words. When they were talking about the engagement, he comes back with this answer, "I've got one more ring," referring to the engagement ring. And then he says something like, when they were asking how he felt about this engagement and Taylor Swift, he says, "I'm living life. Living on high, I guess. Obviously a lot more eyes, and I accept that, but I'm living life. Living on a high, I guess." I mean, no words of love, I'm really happy. I'm a really happy man. I think I found the love of my life. I love Taylor. She's my woman, or we're so excited about our future together. No, he's living life. He's having fun. So at least we're having fun. So we're getting married, right? And then this fact of feeling the eyes of the people. And he says he's dealing with it, but according to my cards, that's not something he deals with gladly. And, it's a very superficial way to answer. I don't know, but it really feels like it confirmed what the messages of the cards were in my previous reading. So we're going to read into Travis Kelce personality a little bit more, and then we'll do a spread to understand what the real, deep feeling for Taylor Swift are. So I would start with the Archetype cards. Oh, by the way, welcome. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if this is not the first time on the channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for your subscriptions, for becoming a subscriber. A lot of you became subscribers lately. I'm very grateful for the attention, the comments, the lovely comments, the constructive and respectful feedback. I love to interact with my viewers. So I'm really enjoying these readings. This channel offers also general readings for the month, and there will be some for the month of September. I'm a little behind with that, and I offer personal readings. You can reach me at the email address that you will find in the description of all my videos, where you can contact me and book a private reading. So you can see what my reading style is better, and that my readings are quite in-depth. let's see if I can do a shorter reading this time. So, spirit guides from the pure white light, guardian angels, heavenly saints, God's archangels, ancestors who love us and want the highest good of all. Oh, Mother Nature, my animal totem. Please protect me during my readings, provide me with clarity, guidance, and inspiration. I haven't formulated any specific question yet, but the intention was to pull a couple of cards to give us an idea of who Travis Kelce is. And the cards that I pulled, actually fell out of the deck, are Midas, Miser, Light Attribute, Entrepreneurial, and creative ability to turn anything to gold, Delight in sharing life, Riches. Very interesting. Well, she's obviously they are a power couple, both of them, but she is much wealthier than he is. And I think he's very aware of the fact that he's marrying into a very rich woman. And then we have the rebel in reverse. Reject legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion, in reverse. So this is his personality. Comes through as I said in a previous reading, a little bit of a hothead as well. Difficult to rein him in, but he definitely right now he feels like what's the focus of his energy right now at the moment in this union is the financial prosperity that comes with being a football player, marrying with such a popular music star. Let's see what else that can give us an idea. Let's see if the cards are visible for you. Okay. What else do we need to know about Travis Kelce? What else do we need to know about Travis Kelce that might enlighten us about the true feeling that he has for Taylor Swift? Am I recording? Yes. For a moment, I thought I hadn't pressed the button. Okay, so what do we need to know about Travis Kelce and his true feelings for Taylor Swift? So he's looking at the practical aspect, the material aspect of this union. And I swear, he's going to have a very hard time because I see two very big egos in this relationship. And he doesn't seem to be, the kind of man that can be easily manipulated with this rebel card. And she seems to be like the person wearing the pants a little bit more than he is. We have a throat chakra here. There's something about communication. There might be a blockage as well here, in the sense that he's not coming through with authentic expression of what he really feels. Let's see, one more. We have visualization, imagination, focus, experience, manifestation. Well, what he has been manifesting, I think, is a relationship with somebody who is powerful and rich and wealthy. Just remember, he's the one who actually reached out first to her during one of his podcasts. What else do we need to know? True feelings, true thoughts and feelings. Balance. You have the balance card. What else do we need to know about Travis Kelce? Who he really is. Real feelings and thoughts for Taylor Swift. Disruption. Only disruption of the balance. Okay. This is not a balanced relationship. It really isn't. Isolation on the bottom. And this idea of isolation, hermit card, if you've seen my previous reading, there were like 3 or 4 cards that talked about a very individualistic energy, a need for him to isolate himself, a need for him to take his time, introspect, a desire to to be away from the public attention. And what else? Let's see. Any more indications of his true self and true feelings? We have freedom and happiness. Well, I really feel like this guy is really happy when he's free. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. For him, the right path is, being his own self, being in control, being free, because he's he's a rebel, as this card says here. So he can be truly happy only if he's free. And it feels like this sort of balance here in his life is lacking with this disruption card here. Pride on the bottom of the deck. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. He is a Libra. She's a Sagittarius. I don't know what his natal chart is. I don't really get a lot of Libra energy from him. Let's see what else. Let's ask more in detail about his feelings, the energy of this connection with Taylor Swift. We have the beginnings card. What else do we need to know about his relationship, his true feelings for Taylor Swift? One more. Communication again, throat chakra. So there's something here about free and transparent and pristine and authentic communication of what he really feels. We'll see from the tarot what comes through. But what I'm seeing here is that there is a rebel side to his personality that he cannot express. He seems to be like a freedom lover. He really loves, I think he really loved this life as a single man because of the freedom that he had. Of course, he's very happy to date such a celebrity, such a beautiful woman. But I think that the announcement of the engagement really disrupted the balance. I think that he, in the decision of committing to that kind of relationship with Taylor Swift, he's really kept in mind the practical and material aspect of it. Problems with communication. Bottom of the deck, incompatibility. We can go in with the tarot now. So the first question for the tarot. How does Travis Kelce really feel about Taylor Swift? 6 of Cups. All right, off to a good start. He really feels like he found the woman, the right person for him, the soulmate or whatever. He's in love. He feels the attraction. He feels like she completes him. What are Travis Kelce's true intention about Taylor Swift? It really feels like in being with Taylor Swift, he achieved like a child dream. The kind of woman he always dreamed of when he was much younger. She kind of fits the mold of what he thinks a perfect wife would be. She doesn't fit the mold of the kind of woman that he has been dating over the years. If you look, online and see who, and neither does he for her, to be totally honest with you. When it comes to comparisons with their exes, they are completely different people. The real intentions, 5 of Pentacles. And this is a disrupted energy here with this 5. And there's something about the material reality of their relationship. Does he have inferiority complex? Does he feel like somehow he's inferior to her? From a material point of view, I'm talking about, which seems to be an important topic for him. He feels like he's below her somehow because he's not as rich, is not as famous. What are his actions and behavior towards her? King of Cups. Love energy. But not entirely open with this King of Cups here. He's keeping the lid on his cup. He's keeping the lid on his emotions. See, he's not drinking from the cup in this card. There might be a little bit of a secretive energy here, doesn't really reveal himself, doesn't really reveal his authentic feelings. He's trying to keep things under control. He's managing his emotions. What do they really think about her? 7 of Cups. Ooh, in reverse. As I was saying before, she doesn't fit the mold of what he normally looked for in a woman. She might fit the perfect picture of somebody he had in mind a long time ago, maybe when he was really young. But in more recent times, it doesn't feel like she, checks the boxes of what he's really looking for in a relationship, in a woman. With this 7 of Cups in reverse. Very interesting. What is the biggest challenge for Travis Kelce in this relationship with Taylor Swift? What is the biggest challenge he's encountering? What is the biggest challenge Travis Kelce is encountering in this relationship with Taylor Swift? Ooh, the World was in reverse initially as it came out of the deck, but then it flipped to the other side. So the big challenge, the World, is the exposure, the world exposure, the exposure to the public, being in the eye of the world attention. This is the biggest challenge. Makes sense. There's another card that begs to be seen. And it's the 6 of Pentacles. And that's the other big challenge. Again, something about their material, the material status, their wealth. It feels like there is an imbalance here, like this balance card says here. There's no balance between the two. She's much more powerful, much more famous, much richer, wealthier than he is. And he feels this with this 5 of Pentacles. He feels this. He feels like less than when it comes to her. Has a problem with this lack of balance. He does. And it's very hard, I believe, for a man, especially in his own little way, in his, to be successful. It's very important for him in a couple to have that kind of balance where they're, the two partners are equal when it comes to power, money, stability, financial stability, attention, celebrity status. And with the Six of Pentacles, there's somebody that is giving, somebody that is receiving. Somebody has more than the other person. And he has a problem with that. He has a problem with the world attention, with the fame, and he has a problem with the fact that she's much wealthier than him. This is all, very deep inside. These are things that are not expressed here with the communication card here, the throat chakra, and the King of Cups. He's not really, clearly and explicitly telling this, but according to the cards, this is just a reading for entertainment purposes and for the sake of speculation, if you will. He's not really sharing what is going on in his heart. There's no connection between his heart and the throat chakra, so to speak. She is a dream come true for him, but she doesn't really fit the bill when it comes to what he had in mind about his, perfect woman. And there's a problem here, again, with the exposure and with the fact that he is a notch or two or quite a few below her when it comes to financial power. What is the potential outcome of their relationship? Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. And this is in a material sense is the beginning of a new life together. This is the ring that he will offer on the altar when they get married. Certainly, at least the potential. The potential is there. Whether he will get cold feet or drag this engagement over the years and maybe change his mind at the end, nothing is written in stone, especially not what comes through a bunch of tarot cards. If we could give Travis Kelce an advice on how to better deal with this situation for the highest good of all involved, what would be the advice? What would be the advice for Travis Kelce? Four of Wands. Just get married. Just get married. Get married. Who cares about the fact that she's much more famous than you are, much wealthier than you are? Just get married. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands. He will eventually stop fighting back. His fears, his idea of changing his mind or putting a stop or, holding back. Yeah, stop resisting. You're being, an extremely lucky man in grabbing the attention of this woman. One more word of advice for him, a wrap-up thought for this reading. What do we need to know about what is really going through his mind and his heart for Taylor Swift? What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? About Travis Kelce and his true feelings for Taylor Swift. What else do we need to know? Overall energy of this whole situation. Overall energy. And this will be my last card. I really need to train myself to do shorter readings for the channel. Ooh, make necessary sacrifices. Yeah, appreciate the fact that you got the attention of one of the most sought after women in the world. There's something you're going to have to sacrifice, Travis. You're going to have to sacrifice your pride a little bit here with this Five of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. You're poorer than she is, and there's nothing that you can change about the situation. You have to swallow your pride, and you have to accept, as you well said in your press conference, you have to deal with the fact that you, from now on, will be always at the center of the world attention. Okay, so this was my follow-up reading to the announcement of the engagement between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I hope I satisfied the request of my viewers that asked me to go a little deeper and try to understand a little better what Travis Kelce's true feelings and intentions are for his fiancée. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave your respectful and constructive feedback in the comment section. I always read and respond to all the comments. And until I see you next time, many blessings.